Hello everybody, welcome to Mark's Remarks. Today I'm going to be making another casserole. I haven't done for a while. It's going to be a beef casserole. I've done one of those before, but this is going to be slightly different because it's going to have a different flavoured stock and it's going to have different vegetables, and I'm not going to be roasting the potatoes. I'm going to be cooking them in the casserole along with the other vegetables. It's all going to go in. It's not going to be cooking separate and then added later. So first things first, I'll show you some of the ingredients. What I've done here is I've taken 2 large potatoes. I haven't peeled them, mainly because I can't be bothered, and also you don't need to, because the the skin has the fibre in it. I mean, why throw that away? Okay, 2 large potatoes. I've cut them into sort of fairly sized chunks, and washed them in water to get all that starch out of it. Okay, so there you go. So put them in the bottom of the pot, along with a large carrot. There you go. I do have some frozen carrots, but I happen to have this one because some of you regulars may know that I grow in mealworms to feed to some of these chickens. So I take a piece of carrot and throw that in there for them to so they can get their moisture. Let's see. Okay. Well, there you go. I've cut them into discs. But what I think I'll do is cut it down the middle really carefully. There you go, so there's 2 halves, and I'll just chop that up. As you can see, they're not, they just have to be chopped up into big slices. It doesn't really matter about making them look good, just get them cut up. And now we'll go for the usual sweet corn. Put a bunch of that in there. Some peas. These are British garden peas. Just regular cheap brand. Cheapest ones you can find. There's nothing special there. Tell you what, I've had this in the freezer for a long time. This is a bag I bought months ago. Bloody hell, 7 months ago I bought like 3 of these, 65p down to 8 pence, so I bought the last 3. I'll just throw some cabbage in there. Yeah, it's all good. Okay, and then see what else I've got in the other freezer. Alright, this is going to be some full casserole. I've got some Brussels sprouts, there we go. I'll put in, let's see, 3, 5, 7, 8, yeah, that'll do. Alright, 8 Brussels sprouts, and now some broccoli. Broccoli's always good. Whatever your dinner, you can pretty much put broccoli in there and it'll fix that up. Okay, I've got to leave a little bit of room because I've got the meat to go in there as well. It's going to be well jam-packed, this. Okay, I'm going to put, as you can see, it's oh boy, it's going to be chock-a-block. But once I get the meat in there, hopefully I'll be able to flatten it all down. Okay, I'm going to put that on one side. I'm going to be heating up the frying pan, a little bit of sunflower oil. There you go, and then I'll going to start frying up the meat. Now the meat I got a good deal on. It was, you won't be able to see that I don't think because the doesn't really focus, but £4.60 down to £1.15. So that's, I only paid 1/4 of the sale price on this because I bought it on the date of expiry. Right, oops. Right, let's turn that down a bit. Come on. Okay, that's the trick about getting good deals, is buy the stuff on expiry date. Okay, what I'm going to do is cook this and then cut them all into small pieces Partly so it'll fit in that casserole dish with all the other veg, and also because I want it to be, you know, bite size. Like always, I cut the meat up. I need to sharpen these knives up a bit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and chop this up, and in a few moments you'll see it cooked. Okay, as you can see, I've been chopping up the meat into small pieces, gently frying it so it doesn't go too dark too soon. Okay, there's plenty of juices in there as well, which I'll probably tip those out shortly. But I'm going to cook this for about, you know, another 5 minutes till it gets a little bit darker. I might chop a few more pieces up because I want them to be, you know, really small. And yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. And then I'll just spread it in the casserole dish. Okay, there you go. As you can see, the meat is pretty much done, I think. It's very brown. Well, it's, you know, if I was to have this in any other dish, a stir fry, I'd have this a lot browner. But it's going in the casserole dish. It's going to be cooked in there for like an hour and 45, so I don't want it to be overcooked here. Now all that juice I just showed you, that's all evaporated. That's all gone, so we don't need to tip any of that out. Okay, there you go. You can see that vegetables there. Okay, I've just turned the oven on actually to start getting it warmed up. Actually, what am I doing? I just tip it in here. That's what I'll do. It looks as though it's going to be not a bad fit. There we go. I put the meat on the top, all the veg at the bottom. And now the cubes, I'm going to keep this away from the stock cubes. I don't have any beef, right, but I do have some chicken stock cubes. I got from Pound Stretcher, I think it was called. You get like 12 cubes for £1. They're chicken, but I figure, you know, who cares? So one of those cubes in half a litre of water. There we are. So we're going to be careful not to spill this. Okay, no, well that cube didn't dissolve like it should have. And okay, I'm going to add a little bit more water. I'm going to add in another 150 millilitres. Pour that in there. So, right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put a little bit more in. Because what I want is the water just to come, you know, almost to the top. Not so it, you know. Oh. Okay, and then I can get the lid on. See, so because I want the vegetables to cook in the hot water. I can get the lid on without any problems there. There you go. So, there you go. Right. So I'll give you a close-up of this. This is like one jam-packed full casserole. There's a lot of potato in there. I need to get a bigger casserole dish, and I can make some really big dishes. Anyway, I'm going to put this in the oven. There we go. Put it in the middle of the oven. Ugh. Okay, let's see. It's on about, let's see, 180. I think that's about right. Yeah, I can't remember what. Anyway, I put it on 180. It's going to be in there for an hour and 45. Right, here we are. It's been slightly, just about 15 minutes over the required time, but it's looking good. Right. Actually, there's a little bit more water than I want, so I'm going to have to drain some of this. I actually thought the water would disappear with the heat, but right, we'll try this and see what it tastes like. Right, let's give it a go. Everything looks cooked. So the veg seems to be soft, but Let's give it a go. Oh. Even the carrots. Don't know why I'm sounding surprised, but they're completely cooked through. Very soft. That was the broccoli. I don't know why the water. The last few casseroles, the water has turned into sort of like a soup, or you know, it's almost disappeared. With this one, there's a lot more water left over, but we drain the water off. Perfectly fine. There you have it. Another beef stew, and thank you for watching.